know what's up, people. It's the Black and Blue Podcast. It's your partner, Ice Blue, and my man over here.
BlackIce.
Welcome back. What's going on, homie?
It's good with you, bro.
Man, I can't call it. First of all, man, before we even go get underway, man, I want to say a rest in peace to John Singleton, man. Man, your influence and everything you left on this culture lives on. Salute, my G.
Definitely.
So what's going on in the news, man? I heard they gonna be closing down Nipsey Hussle's the Marathon clothing store on Crenshaw. I already knew they were wanting to close them because they had people trying to monetize of it, making it like, you know, cut like some hood tours and stuff, trying to make money off of it. People wanting to make fans, but you know, they actually closing the store down itself too, man. But it's not going anywhere. Everything is going to be online, man, you know, and the marathon will continue.
How you feel about that? People making merchandise of his passing?
Well, it wasn't about the merchandise. It was pretty much charging the people to come and see where the marathon clothing store was. People trying to make a buck and trying to make a hustle. We've all seen it before. I'm not surprised.
I can't really say I'm really offended by that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess because it's not an unusual thing for people to do that when people die. But you know, I think the biggest issue was I think it became a safety hazard too because so many people flooding that scene every day. Mm-hmm. You know, people getting trampled and stuff. So
you know, and they also saying that, man, since the untimely passing of Nip, the store in itself and the merchandise, they done sold over $10 million, made over $10 million. And they also posted on Instagram, thank you to everyone who's placed an order with us these last couple of weeks. We appreciate the unprecedented outpour of support. It means a lot to our team and family. We are working around the clock to fulfill every order placed. We ask for your patience as we get everything fulfilled and shipped out to you. Additionally, our flagship store is closed right now, but our online store is open 24/7 to serve you and is the only authorized retailer for our brand. Once again, thank you for your support. You know, salute. The marathon continues, you know.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man. What else we got going on, Pimp? What's going on with Sandra Bland, brother?
Yeah, man. We saw that police cam footage.
Yeah, police cam footage. Before she was actually in the process of being arrested, she was going back and forth. You know, she was being harassed by the officer. You know, he was threatening to tase her. You know, they said she hung herself, but a lot of people, you know, that's so suspect. There's the video, even though this happened prior. What do you think as far as this shedding more light onto it?
Well, you know what? That wasn't even police cam. That was her camera.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It was her camera.
And we also never knew that the footage existed.
Yeah. I still believe, of course, that they murdered her, and it was hard to watch that video. But you know, it could be something. We had a conversation about this before off air in the past, man. But I mean, by no means did she deserve to get murdered at all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, with us as black people, man, we got to realize where we at. You know what I'm saying? And for watching that footage, she had every right to be upset. Every right to be upset.
Sometimes you got to control. Well, we're not condoning. You got to control your emotions. Sometimes it's better to get home. And everybody's talking about kissing your ass and shucking and driving either. But sometimes you got to think smart. Sometimes it's better to be quiet.
That's the top priority is getting home safely. Like you can try to, you know, you file reports, sue the department, all that stuff once you get home. Mm-hmm. But just get home. You know what I'm saying? Because watching that footage, man, you know, I mean, she was pissed and rightfully so. But I'm like, man, like you mouthing off at this dude. This is a big white guy, armed. You know what I'm saying? And you mouthing off at this dude. Like, yo, man. Like I said, your priorities, man. Your priorities is getting home safely, man. And
right.
And you know, every time I see something like that, that come to mind was that movie I was talking to you about before, Crash. Mm-hmm. You know, when that scene with Terrence Howard and his wife got pulled over by this racist cop.
Right.
And you know, Terrence Howard trying to tell his wife like, "Yo, like just shut the hell up." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she was just mouthing off to the point she ended up getting sexually assaulted by the cop.
Right.
And you know, and then she was pissed off at Terrence Howard for not doing anything about it. But like, what you expect the man to do? Got 2 armed cops on you, and you mouthing off, and he's unarmed against the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they'll shoot him quicker than he can blink an eye.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, they had no right to touch her like that. But man, like, think about your priorities, man. Like, like getting home safely should be a top priority, man. And we talk about teaching black boys, is like all black people should be acting like this, man, because we see how they are. We see how they are. So it was hard to watch, man, and just hearing her, like, man, like, and I just couldn't help to think, man, like, what if she just got home safely and they took care of that later? You know what I mean? Just file a report, file complaints later, man, and maybe, she would still be here, despite all the stuff that happened to her. But yeah.
Yeah, man. And speaking of devilish ways, man, your brother Botham John, man, the brother still can't rest in peace, even though his killer, Amber Geiger, is still awaiting trial, man. Some conservative dude went in on his radio show, man. His name is Chris Crock. Sound like a crock of shit. From WBAP 820 AM in Texas, attacking Botham John's mother, Allison. Merritt called Crock, in his words, dangerous, defamatory, and uniquely evil. So basically, this person has a problem with Botham John's mother, because she feels a certain way. She think, doesn't want to cover up or everything. So he said, she is filled with bitterness and hatred, and she is going to cause a riot in Dallas. Botham John's mother is consumed with hate. He also called her a liar and alleged she wants to make money off of her son for some reason. I'm pretty sure she would rather have a child here. He also added God took Botham away for some reason. God chose to use Amber Geiger to do that. Just think about this.
Wow, man, that's so wicked and insensitive. It's so many words, man. That's disgusting. He shouldn't say anything at all. Like, what's the purpose of saying all that? And then he attacking the mother. I was just thinking about the other headline that came out recently about this case was the 911 call when Amber called the cops.
Right.
And they released that. Do you listen to that phone call?
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about the part.
Talking about her job.
Yeah. Everybody talking about the job. That wasn't a red flag to me. I saw another red flag that nobody didn't say anything about that.
Discover what is it?
How come the 911 operator never asked how he was? You ever think about that? Because she told, like, yo, I shot somebody. Now, one time the operator said, is he okay? Is he alive? Is he dead? Like, I ain't hear no questions to her about the status of the dude, of John.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I caught the part about her focus on the job, but I was like, the operator, like, why she ain't asking questions about how the victim's doing?
Right.
She is asking, like, at least not in the clip that I heard anyway. I ain't hear her ask anything about him. Like, is he okay? Is he breathing? Like anything. And I thought that was interesting. Like, why wouldn't you see how he's doing? Right. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I hope she rots in jail. But we already know how the system goes, and I don't know, man. Very sad situation.
Yeah. I forgot about the other case. I don't not jump into it, but what's about the other incident where they had that big payout?
Oh, the settlement.
Yeah.
What you said was 20 mil
for when the black cop killed a white person. It was like the biggest settlement. So
yeah.
Everybody, nobody's happy, man. But it's never fair. But it is what it is. So what's going on, man? You were talking about your boy, Minister Louis Farrakhan. Alex Jones, what's going on with that over there, man? The Facebook ban. You had a lot to use. You had a few things to say.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, social media, man, always give this half-ass information, man. Because when it happened, everybody was mad that Farrakhan was banned, and they were saying it as if he was the only person that was banned.
Okay.
And he was not the only one. It was Alex Jones and a couple other people. I wasn't really familiar with them, but they were banned too. So it wasn't like but I didn't want to get in half-ass information. They just thought it was like a racist thing, focus on. And I'm pretty sure race does play a part, but to me, this was a much bigger issue. And like I say, man, you gotta learn what to read what's not there. And we got to understand. I think this whole thing is about censorship.
Right.
If you know what's going on around the world, most major world powers, they censor the internet. We have free range here. That's.
But with free range, why you think they'd be banned?
I think it's on the. I don't see that. I don't think neither of them was a threat. I think it's like testing out the waters. To be honest with you, no, I see it because Alex Jones, he's not a threat. He ain't got people in the streets doing anything. Farrakhan not a threat at all. I think he's part of the system. To be honest with you, and I like Farrakhan and like his videos, but I'm never gonna forget what he said about Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think they're just, to me, I think they're just testing the waters. Like when that day when Facebook went down for a day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's all that is because. You got to think about the other world. Like if you pay attention to world news, and if there's like a civil outburst or something going on,
right?
The country, what they will do is first thing they'll shut down Twitter. So that they cut down way for the protesters to communicate with each other, just to disperse everybody, and it's been very effective. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is a move or something they might try to do over here.
Right.
That's what I see because at the end of the day, you could cry freedom all you want. And this country is all about remaining in power. That's always top priority for any first world nation. So if that country feel threatened, they're gonna shut it down. Right. I mean, and that's what I got from it.
Okay. Okay. So you think I've seen a few supposedly people talking about they gonna do a Facebook protest and put their pictures, their profile picture of Farrakhan.
But like I said, I don't think it'd be effective, man. Cause black people so fickle, bro. Like I ain't seen anybody talk about drinking more water ever since Nipsey died and thought it was about the Dr. Sebi documentary. You know what I'm saying? People still eating pork rind, my nigga. Like nothing changed. Like
what's wrong with pork rind?
It was not wrong with it.
I like eating them when I go on my trips. They keep me woke.
Yeah, it'll keep you dead in a minute. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, people feel like the government is shut down because of the truth. The government has perfected slavery to me to the fact that they can tell you the truth dead in your face and you wouldn't believe it anyway. Like it wouldn't even make a difference. You know what I mean? Because like we got the internet now. It's uncensored as of now. So if you're not looking up the information for yourself, why you had to wait on a documentary to learn something you can learn right now? Right. You know what I'm saying? If you want to change the way you eat or change the habits, you can do that right now. If you want people pro-black, you can do that right now. You don't need Farrakhan videos to do that. So yeah, I see it as a testing ground. I don't see it being more because, like I said, looking at the names that were banned, Alex Jones, he just be talking a whole bunch of rhetoric, to his fans. Like he ain't doing nothing. He just collecting his money. All crazy white people that believe what he believes in.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like it's nothing that he's doing to me has been a threat. So yeah.
Okay. Speaking of I shouldn't say threat is the wrong word, but you gotta watch your kids, man, around people because you never know. You gotta be overprotective of them. Common just released in a memoir. He talked about he was molested at 9 years old, man.
That's crazy, man. You just never know, man. Like for all the cases that we do hear about, I was thinking about how many that we don't hear about.
Right. It like the excerpt was like, I was excited for a road trip I was about to take with my family. My mother, my godmother Barbara, her son, and my godbrother Skeet, and his relative, who I'll call Brandon. At some point, Common says he and Brandon were made to share a bed together one night of the trip. At some point, I felt Brandon's hand on me, he writes. I pushed him away. I don't remember saying a whole lot besides no, no, no. He kept saying it's okay as he pulled down his shorts and molested me. After he stopped, he kept asking me to perform it on him. I kept repeating no and pushing him away. He continued. I felt a deep sudden shame for what happened. I mean, respect the Common, for getting that off his chest, man. You gotta watch the kids, man. You never know, even around the other kids, bro.
Man, you gotta realize, man, everybody, all of us are damaged at some point, and some more damaged than others, man. And you never know what these people have been through, man. Because there's so many people that have been molested, raped, and stuff that we never heard or been reported. and you don't know what people been living with. Yeah, and mind you, and then not see professional help about it. Like this stuff that they probably be keeping to themselves their whole life. You know what I'm saying? And it been affecting their whole life. And it's sad that to hear anybody had to go through that.
Yeah. Salute to Common, man. I hope, with him being, the superstar that he is and putting that out, to help anybody else is going through that, man, feel free to talk about it, man, to release some of that,
Right.
All right, man. Oh, man, what you think about these dress codes, man? Oh.
Man, it was a principal in Texas that said dress code for parents when they drop off their kids.
Yes.
I saw a lot of parents, especially women, that was very upset about it, about this new rule, and they saw it as an invasion of their rights. So they could wear what they want to wear as an adult.
So my thing about it is it a fucking problem for you to have pride in yourself? Like, I'm like, you think about like some of the things if you were going to the mall, would you wear that?
Right.
Why would you gonna go? And the mall ain't even going nowhere.
Right.
So why you gonna wear that? It's like even when you wear some of this foolishness out the Walmart. Have some pride about yourself. Have some dignity about yourself. And salute to the sister for calling y'all out. Sometimes you got
to do better.
You gotta do better.
and
stop defending bullshit.
Right. Yeah, it's so selfish because people so upset they upset because they feel like they being picked on this for them, for what they're wearing. It's a much deeper issue than that. Mm-hmm. Like you want your child to do better. It starts from home. You talk about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, if they see their parents half-assing it, dropping them off, how you expect your child to be dressed up fully on time, ready to learn?
They said some of these people be coming up there with see-through stuff. You got children in the learning environment. You can see their ass and titties all through it. And then, man, just have some pride about yourself.
And, to me,
And it was like, not to cut you off, it's just like, oh, well, what if it's just an emergency and I had to run up there? Okay, you could put some jeans on and some sneakers and a T-shirt or something. Worst case scenario, you could put a baseball cap on. You just going in there, ain't nobody telling you to come up there.
He's about to be an asshole naked going up to the school. Right. Yeah, man, that's just excuses, man.
That's excuses.
Excuses for poor time management.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty... Man, like, we are so behind, and especially our black kids, they're so behind, man. And, good habits start from home for one, and it go beyond the classroom.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if they got a good habit of getting up early and being prepared and getting dressed, those are good habits that carry on for life.
Right.
I've met grown people, man, losing good paying jobs because they just could not show up on time. Mm-hmm. That's a effed up way to lose a job. You know what I'm saying? But they probably start from back when they were growing up. They was already running late growing up. The parents already running late growing up. They probably slept all day growing up. I know, man. I raised one of my grandparents, man. We couldn't sleep in the bed all day. You got up.
Right, you got to get up.
You got to get up. You got to start the day. So, it trips me out. Y'all see people here sleeping till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Your day is gone. You know what I mean? Like, so all this stuff, all these habits start early, man. For your child's sake, you get them started early on this stuff. That stuff they stick with them for life, But you can't get mad and bring home piss poor grades or they wearing some half-ass stuff at school,
right?
You know what I mean? Because you doing the exact same thing, And it's just so funny because I was watching an old interview with Malcolm X. I love watching old interviews, man, because Malcolm X was chopping them up. But anyway, you get to think about how they dressed at the time. Their casual clothes was a suit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like they didn't do that back in those days. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's funny how I was seeing like young women like, man, like Malcolm X could get it back then. This, that, and the third. I was like, yeah, but he probably wouldn't want you. You know what I'm saying? or you be seeing people like, oh, I want me a Barack Obama. He don't want you. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do better, man. You gotta do better for ourselves. It's a shame that you had to take an outside person to tell us that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you look at the best schools in the country. I bet you pull up to their school early in the morning. I bet you want to see any parent wearing some half-ass stuff coming out the bed.
Right.
Everything starts from home. It's a lifestyle change. And I'm glad that the principal doing it. And I hope she sticks to her guns.
Salute too.
Definitely.
What about Coon of the week, boy? Tiffany Haddish, baby.
Hey, I know she would never get Donkey of the Day because Charlamagne loves her, but she deserves Donkey of the Day.
Chris Rock say the niggas have got to go, baby, and you are in the nigga category. So they had the big Mela gallery. You know, that's when the celebs they come out. So not just celebrities, but some rich and prominent people. They get real suited and booted up. And this nigga here had fried chicken in her purse, talking about last time she came, she got hungry. Baby. You was stupid. You was ignorant. The people you just set us back about 20 years, child.
The people who defend her this is dumb.
It's just ignorant as hell.
Yeah, I'm calling them out. I mean, it was so many people, like, I saw so many women trying to defend her with this, man. I'm like, well, it wasn't just women, it was some men too. But I can defend that, bro. Because one woman said, she asked me, well, what you supposed to do then? Eat before you leave the damn house then. That's what I do.
It ain't like you ain't gonna eat no time soon.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like this is the first.
Oh man, there's no reason. Like, you too old. You a millionaire. You're taking fried chicken to a formal event.
Some shit is not. Some shit is funny, and then some shit is just stepping in fact and shucking and driving, maybe, and that's what you doing.
And showing off in front of the camera and stuff too, man. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, I ain't find nothing funny about it. That was sad to me.
She ready to sit your ass down.
Right.
All right, man. You been waiting to talk about this spoiler time. Everybody done seen it. Endgame.
Yeah.
What's your spill, Holmes?
Yo, I want to know, man. Did you cry when you saw this movie, bro?
Hell no, because you
feel emotional.
No, you asking the wrong person because I've never been caught up in the whole thing. I kind of I seen it, a few movies here and there, The Galaxy of the Guardians. I seen maybe Thor. I seen Hulk. But never actually watched them all in unison to connect. And then I really didn't start following it from one until after Black Panther. So I'm not the actual person to anybody to go to. It's over and done with for me. So I would be the wrong person to really speak on it. I went and saw it with my daughter. We had a good time. We saw it, but it ain't, you know.
He gave the 5-minute spiel to say he's a fake ass fan.
But the thing is, I never said.
I know, right? Yeah, I was being petty. I love the movie. It was a great story. It was a great movie, like a great movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, for a movie that had that much action in it, I was engaged the whole movie. It was great storytelling. I did feel choked up about 3 times throughout the movie, man.
Okay.
I admit to that, man. I mean, it
what the whole outro, okay.
The parts were funny was funny. The parts that were supposed to be emotional was emotional for me. Yeah, and I ain't think it hit me that hard too. But I guess the way the story was told, man, it was just the way the story was told. Like, I can't say I felt the deep connection in the characters. I just love a good story, and the way they told that story, like the first scene went hard. You know what I mean? Dude out there spending time with his family, his kid, his daughter, and they just got dusted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I didn't get. So what? Break that down to me. Like, what was that from? I didn't.
Oh, did you see Infinity War? The last one, part 1.
Uh-huh.
And then when Thanos snapped his finger, half the population disappeared.
Right.
Yeah. So Endgame started at that moment.
But I didn't know who that guy was.
The plane. Oh, that was Hawkeye, the guy with the arrows.
Oh, okay, well, that I didn't know who that was. Okay,
yeah. And then it was such a big deal because he wasn't in the last movie of Infinity War, so nobody knew if he was alive or not. So that movie showed us in the very first scene that he was alive, but his family was gone. But it is, I like the way they told the story because it told the story to make it like, man, this can really happen. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, just imagine you had to just spend time with your kids, and how you would have reacted. And you just also your child just disappeared like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That why it hit me so hard. Like, damn. And I like the movie so much. It wasn't like just a major event happened and then they went back to superhero shit. They showed the effects of what happens when you lose. You know what I mean? Like, people lost families and stuff and how they had to adjust. And they showed Captain America at the little group they had, you know, by coping with losing their loved ones. Like, so it showed the aftermath, and I thought they painted a real good picture of it.
Okay.
how they did that. So, but yeah, that struck an emotional chord. Iron Man dying, like man, like that was real. And then yeah, Captain America, I guess he finally hanging it up. No, when Iron Man when he snapped and when Spider-Man came back, that was an emotional moment for me because in the past couple of movies they had a father-son type of relationship. So so Iron Man finally saw Spider-Man come back to life. He was like, man, like Spider-Man was talking his ass off, and he's like, yo, he just hugged him. That was great. So I want to see it again, man. But it was really good. My only gripe about the movie, Captain Marvel. I just never. There was no point of her at all in Phase 3. They could have pushed her movie and her role like back to next year. She had no reason to be a part of this whole generation of heroes. I think, and I don't even think she was part of the original plan. I think she was thrown in there because Wonder Woman did so well. So Marvel feel like we throw in a powerful white woman.
She ain't Wonder Woman though.
No, actually she's more powerful than her. But
who?
The Captain Marvel chick.
She might be more powerful, but she don't have
the sex appeal.
Not even the sex appeal. Wonder Woman is motherfucking Wonder Woman. Shit.
Yeah, I never cared for Wonder Woman either. I ain't like she's a attractive lady, but I never cared for her like that. And the movie was okay at best. I just feel like they were force feeding the agenda, and it showed in the final fighting scene. They had that one scene when all the women came together for a little one last hurrah, and yeah, it all felt forced. But Marvel Studios owned by Disney, and they all had the agenda stuff in there. But that aside, I enjoyed it for what it was. It was a great movie.
Okay, all right. Before we close it out, man, we gonna salute to the player partner Tip, man. He just donated a $25,000 scholarship in honor of his late sister, Precious Harris, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
An Atlanta college student by the name of Tiana Scott. So Tip said she was a single mother who worked to make life better for her children and everyone else she encountered. In the spirit of that, we have partnered with VH1 to award a deserving student a scholarship in my sister's name. So, and Scott, she's a student at Philander Smith College, is on track to obtain a sociology degree. So, salute to her, salute to Tip, man. And Black and Blue, we're going to catch you next week. Peace.